Welcome to my channel, I'm Gary Weriawan, and today we're going to talk about how I record full instrumental metal song at home using the help of software. Let's go! Before we continue with today's video, this is just a quick reminder for you to support my small channel by liking this video, sharing this video, and subscribing to my channel down below. Thank you, and let's continue with the video. So as some of you might already know, I'm actually that guy who plays electric guitar using iPad as my amp and effects. Tetap berada selalu bersama dengan kami, apapun yang menjadi pergumulan. Well, today I want to show you how you can record full instrumental metal song at home with the help of softwares and a computer and have a very portable recording setup that you can use everywhere. And today I want to keep this video as short as possible. I don't want to ramble on too much, so maybe I won't go into the details on how to install the softwares, on how to get them set up properly, but you can always ask the comment down below if you have any difficulty setting up the software or the hardware that I showed you in this video. In this video, I will show you all the tools and softwares that I usually use to record my own music, and they are not the most expensive one or the highest quality one, but they are more than good enough to produce good enough sound quality for your home recording needs. This is very useful, especially if you are on a budget and want to keep everything portable and simple so that you can record easily everywhere, even on your bed. In this video, I will also provide timestamps so that you can jump to any parts of the video that you need. Alright, now let's talk about how to record your guitar into your computer. Besides your guitar, there are few items that you will need to be able to record your guitar into your computer. First, you will definitely need a laptop or a computer. So this is the computer that I usually use for recording. This is a 2018 Dell Inspiron 13 7000, which is loaded with Intel Core i5 7th generation, which goes up to about 3 GHz, as well as 8 GB of RAM, and I also upgraded the hard drive to 1 TB so that I can just record unlimitedly, you know. To be honest with you, this laptop is not the highest end model that Dell offers. They have Dell XPS, which is much higher spec than this Dell Inspiron. However, this Dell Inspiron does pretty well for multi-track recording, so I still use it even until today. So if you have any computer or laptop with similar or even better spec than my Dell Inspiron, then you'll be able to use it for multi-track recording as well. Next, you will need what is called USB interface. This device, USB interface, or sometimes even called external sound card, is a bridge that will help to connect your guitar to your computer. Basically, this device will convert the analog signal that's coming from your guitar into a digital signal that your computer can read and process. Currently, I am using this iRig Pro IO, which is my favorite because it is very small, very lightweight, very easy to carry around, and it's very simple to use, but it has good preamp, which makes your guitar sound even better. But any other interface will work. So now that we have all the hardwares covered, now let's actually talk about the software. First, we will talk about the recording software, which is sometimes called Digital Audio Workstation or DAW for short. I currently use Reaper as my DAW because it's, easy enough to use for me. It is paid, it is not free, but it's not too expensive. But anyway, any DAW will work. And keep in mind that every time you purchase a new USB interface, sometimes it comes with a pre-bundled DAW as well. So feel free to use that as well. Now, in order to record your guitar directly into your computer with as low latency as possible, you will probably need an ASIO driver. ASIO. It will help you to record with as low latency as possible. Sometimes it comes pre-bundled with your interface, but sometimes it's not. But don't worry, it's free to download. Alright, now with all the hardwares and softwares that I already showed you, now you can at least record your guitar into your computer. However, let's take things further and use amplifier simulation software in the computer so that your guitar sounded like a proper real electric guitar sound. I'm currently using Positive Grid Bias Amp, but feel free to use whatever simulation software that you have for your amplifier and effects. Positive Grid Bias Amp is my amp simulation software of choice. It is paid, it's not free, and it's not exactly cheap, but what I get from Bias Amp is a high quality sound that is versatile. It comes with different kinds of packages, and the one that I choose has all different sorts of amps and cabinet simulation that I really enjoy to use. I don't use a lot of effects when it comes to my guitar sound, so the pre-bundled plugins that comes with Reaper, my DAW, are usually more than enough for my needs. And sometimes I also even add some other plugins that are free, such as the Tube Screamer plugins to emulate a real Tube Screamer for my rock guitar sound. Alright, now we have everything that we need to be able to record guitar sound into your computer. So go ahead and go into your DAW, make a new track, load all of your amp simulation and effect simulation, and start recording right away. Alright, now that we have the guitar part covered, now it's time to talk about bass and drum so that we can properly make an instrumental full band metal song. For bass, if you have a real bass, you can use that if you want. However, nowadays I might prefer to use a bass simulation software simply because it's much easier to use, it's more simple, you don't have to use a real bass, more consistent, and also because I am not a good bass player. I mainly use DjinnBass by Submission Audio. It's not free, it's paid, and it's a little bit expensive, but for metal, it is the best sounding one in my opinion. It is a heavy metal kind of bass sound, so it has that kind of gnarly, throaty, grinding, distorted bass sound that heavy metal people love so much. If you are not into metal, there are other bass simulation software that you can find all around the internet, and feel free to use them as well. Now you can start to program your bass using MIDI and create some great sounding bass lines. Alright, now we got guitar and bass covered, now let's move on to drum. In my entire life, the only two things that I can play are guitar and video games. I do not know how to play drum, so I'm using drum simulation software as well. My drum simulation software of choice for my metal music is the Get Good Drums One Kit Wonder Metal. It is also a paid software, but it's a great quality one and it's not that expensive, and it's already polished so that you don't have to tweak the settings too much. So with that, now you can start programming your drums in your DAW using MIDI and start creating awesome beats. Alright, now that we have guitar, bass and drums covered, now we can start to record full instrumental metal song, alright? So now, let your imagination and creativity be your limit. And now let's create a short song, alright? I've prepared a short song containing guitar parts, which are both distorted and cleans, bass and drums. And these are created using all the tools that I just mentioned in the video, and here's how it sounds. It sounds good, right? I mean, I created this only using a guitar, a computer, interface, and some softwares. Can you imagine how practical is that? So now, all that's left to do is to mix your tracks to make them sound more polished. But this is gonna be a whole another topic, and I don't think that I'm gonna cover mixing in this video because it's gonna be too long. But basically, what you want to do is to adjust the volumes of each tracks and also do a little bit of compression and equalization as needed on each track. These adjustments are made so that all the tracks will sound better together, more polished and more mixed together, you know? Alright, so I applied a little bit of mixing to my tracks and here's how it sounds now. Sounds even better, right? So there you have it. That's how I record full instrumental metal song using nothing but my guitar, my interface, and my laptop, and also some softwares inside my laptop. Well, what do you think? Well, I know that they might not sound as good as the real stuffs, you know, but for home recording, for just a little bit of demoing, and as well as for a little bit of more serious projects, I think the sound quality is more than good enough, alright? So that is all for today's video. I hope that you find this video to be useful. Please know that I am not sponsored by anyone that I mentioned in this video. I just happen to love all of these tools and softwares, you know. And if you have any questions or if you want to share your experience and thoughts about home recording using software, please comment down below. I love to read your comments and I will try to answer any questions that you might have. Also, please don't forget to support my small channel by liking this video, sharing this video, and subscribing to my channel down below. It will help me a ton to keep me motivated to make more videos for you. Alright, thank you and goodbye.